Hello and welcome to Daily Valhalla 2022, number 15. It's the 22nd, which is time for day 10. A lot of numbers in here. You know, Jill's feeling down, but she really liked that cutesy game poster she saw. Fine, we'll go get the cutesy poster. Where is it? Cute clay houses. Cutesy game poster. Pink-haired witch flying on a broom. Fair enough. Let's get it for her. We got the money for the electricity bill. We'll be good. Jill smiled a bit at the cutesy poster. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So last episode, Gabby showed up and informed Jill that her ex is dead. And not too thrilled about that. Good for her. Encore concert announced. New act proposes increased surveillance. More nanomachines? It's all a smokescreen to divert attention. Nanomachines track people 24/7. Violent protests taking place. Prime Minister Quincy is now proposing a new law that allows the government to shut down anyone with nanomachines in their body using a pulse signal. That would be fucked up. Incredibly fucked up. Wish I knew more about wrestling. Sounds exciting. Well, you know, Jill, you have someone where you work who would be very excited to tell you all about wrestling in great detail, I'm sure. Invisible guns? I think they'll use it for cute patterns. Oh, is this that whole like nano camo but like on weapons now? I literally can't stop touching my... Oh, come on. Why is the camo blurry? Regulation for civilian models. Something's off. I'd be all over this normally, but I can't seem to get excited over this. Your shit taste is showing. Desensitized. Was this like text to speech that they're using here? I like porn, you guys. All right, off to work, Jill. Hopefully you can handle today. Good evening. Are you just permanently on here, Anna? Come on. I'm trying to put my rider on. Are you okay? I feel like shit. You sure you shouldn't come then? You should come. You're in the right. I can read. Did you guys know I can read? You're in all the right to stay at home. I have to come. I have to come. People I love are pushed aside just so I can enjoy my freedom of being here. My stupid, stupid freedom. I'll come here until I die, even after the bar closes, until my hair falls out. You're the one who looks like she's about to fall apart. Your eyes are red and swollen. Yeah, well, your hair is hairy. Did you ever think about that, Jillian, about how hairy your goddamn hair is? Who was the dipshit that changed the order of the glasses? It was me. I was the one washing dishes yesterday, remember? Too busy staring at my crumbling life and all that. Why don't you go home, Jill? Yeah, how are you gonna deal with people today? You should rest. My ex-girlfriend died and I wasn't there to see her one last time. All because of a fight I spent all these years regretting and wishing to. Never actually apologizing for. Yeah. It's really a shit situation. It really sucks. No other reason than selfishness. I mean, it makes sense why you left, Jill. I mean, not that you guys who've not seen the rest of this game, but so I left all that behind. This is why. See, you're starting to sound like a broken record. Oh, leave her be. I'd rather have her here than be alone in her apartment. How you feeling, Jill? I feel like a shit-eating piece of shit. The lowest of any possible life form you might find. Nanobes look down to me in disgust, knowing they're far superior. You're spirited. That's good. Where's the mutt? Working with Sierra. At Sierra. I know what I said. Let Jill process her anger. It's perfectly normal to feel that way. And here she's surrounded by people that care about her. Yeah, see? As smart as 4 might be, he's still just a cat. I'm gonna have Jill stay but not serve anyone today. What part of it won't leave, don't you understand? I didn't leave everything behind and just sit and do nothing. What do we do if she lashes out at a client? That's why you're here, Jillian. Wait, Jillian... Pliskin? Jillian Pliskin. I don't think I know who that is. I'll be in my office, but if you need a break or hug, just tell me. Yeah, where's that boss hug? Let's go. Oh, you already put on music. This is gonna be an interesting day. The Hall of Heroes keeps shining, brimming with the... Do I smell tacos? Wait, it's outside. Never mind. Oh, hell no. It's the first person to show up. Isn't this great? Virgilio, what can I get you? The luminous pollution on the streets makes it seem almost like a starry sky. And when I think about stars, I think about celebrities. Celebrities are fishy, and my favorite fish is the octopus. So I want something octopus-like. Aren't you gonna do that weird bartending thing? I'm waiting for you to order like a decent human being. I'm not following. Spell out your order like you're a human who is not in need of medical help. Fine then. I want a sparkle star. S-P-A-R-R cool star. A sparkle star for the... I enjoy this. Jill just unloading her frustrations with this guy for being so irritating. See, was it that hard? Have you tried to spell under pressure? You look angry, spelling bartender. Are you having that time of the month or something? Whoa, Virgilio. Oh my goodness. Virgilio and his boomer humor. Next he'll go on about his ball and chain. You're not that far from the truth, I guess. I get those too, you know, periods. Oh, you do? Last month, I finally got over my renaissance and moved to my enlightenment. You son of a bitch! Are you implying I'm not serious? Glaring holes through me will do nothing. I'm glare immune. Allow me to give you a sincere piece of advice. Whatever, it's not like it'll help. You shouldn't kick yourself so much. If you keep it up, any chance of finally forgiving yourself will someday be gone. Self-hate will leave you with a hole that will never heal. So please take measures against it instead of sulking so much. Now I'll be damned, that actually sounded half sensible. Here I was thinking you were just a pompous lunatic. Hey, pompous lunatics have stories too. What story? I would rather not tell. It actually has an interesting story. He actually does. You ever see how the... a bad touch. Bad touch, whatever. I love that her glare just interrupting the ridiculous cryptic story he was going to tell. Just give me the drink you want. All right, tell me what you want. Here you go. Yeah, I guess this is the one. Maybe he's right and I shouldn't be so hard on myself. Even though I deserve every second of it. Oh, Jill, come on. Come on. You remember what held me from apologizing all these years. Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. What kept me from going out and apologizing to Lenore? Can't even fucking remember what feeling kept me from fixing this whole situation. Can I at least find solace whatever feeling it was that brought me to this situation? Great, now I'm feeling even worse thanks to not being able to muster whatever feeling helped me. Is she okay? No, but just leave her be for now. Hey, Jill. Hey, look, someone nice. This is someone we actually want to see. Oh, thank God, a normal person. Oh, a mummy. No, I don't have kids. Still more normal than this twat. How you feeling, say? My bones are still broken, but at least the cuts are healing nicely. Thank God I'm not someone that scars easily. I mean, wounds don't leave me marks. It'd be a problem if I couldn't get scar tissue. Oh, say. I'll have 2.5 stories into some trash and rubble. You look better, though. Last time you came, you looked like you were about to collapse emotionally. I guess. You're the one who looks like it now, though. How do you put it? It's like when I called you your full name, but magnified. Don't mind me too much. I'm in a bad mood. Anything I can do? Please forgive me if I suddenly lash out at you or anyone else. Do you want something? Tongue's not so sensitive today, so let's have a beer. And you? Such a change in tone. I'm fine. I don't need anything. Let's make a beer. I didn't memorize what beer is this time. Last time I had beer memorized when I played because I made so many of them. Oh well. Any differences from the canned one? This one tastes less watered down. Did something happen to you? Nothing's happened to me. People who are fine don't act like that. Oh, you're in those days. When it's that time of the month, I get a bit sulky. No, I'm not in my period. I'm dealing with the loss of someone, okay? I'm sorry, don't worry. Maybe I shouldn't have come today after all. No, maybe. Ah, you alright? You okay there, Say? I'm trying to find something to say. Making a joke would be tasteless, and I can't say everything will be alright without it sounding cheap. I'm at a loss as what to do here, sorry. Want to hear something weird? I was exactly like that when Stella came here on Monday talking about you. Well, ladies, I'm leaving. Virgilio. Yeah? You were just sitting with the Valkyrie. Really? Splendid. This will make a good entry in my poems blog. I feel bad about the way I treated him today, if not for the fact he was being cryptic with his orders for no good reason. Like Stella when she first came? Yes. No. I mean, you could have given him a free beer or something and apologized. Yeah, I just keep messing things up with people. You know, he seemed familiar. Huh, can't put my finger on it though. I feel like I've seen him somewhere. Might just be that he looks like someone from an ad or something. There is something about him, by the way. Spoilers. I wanted to come with Stella, so I'm waiting for her. To be with you, of course. How nice, Say. How did Stella react when you arrived? She slapped me real hard. It hurt. She said that's for making me worried and not listening to me, and then she became happy. Huh. Can I ask whose loss you're dealing with? You shouldn't be bothered with it. Just pretend I'm in a bad mood and call it a day. Oh, okay. You really want to know, huh? I can't help it. I don't like seeing people sad. I just need to know context, not details. Someone to whom I said some mean thing to passed away before I could ever see her again. Does that work? Yeah, sorry. No, I can't do anything helps me calm down, but... I mean, it's not like it wouldn't help. I just... It's interesting. Seeing the roles reversed here for Jill and everything after she was trying to help people. Also, I mentioned this stuff with Virgilio a lot. He was... I hated him. And I think that's the whole intention of the character, to be the most annoying thing possible. And then, you learn more about him later, and it's kind of interesting. Now I'm like, nah, damn it. Alright. Kind of an interesting character. You're a good person, Say. No, I'm just an annoying girl. Still, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Say, you're good. Come on. Yeah, her bones are broken, but she can offer emotional support. Let's do that. Give me something cold, please. Something cold. This is cold. I think the way this guide is set up is that if there's a option where you can give multiple different things that would all be successful, or it doesn't matter what you give as long as it's within a certain category, it always picks the most expensive one to like maximize how much you get. It's kind of funny. I mean, not funny, that's the whole intention of the guide. So you're able to afford everything. So that just makes sense. Hot and warm drinks make her feel nauseous, huh? You know what cheers me up? What? Singing. Hearing people sing helps too. Do you sing? I mean, did you take singing lessons or something? People told me my voice is pretty nasty. Aww. Aww. Do you play the harmonica? Listen, I can't sing very well, but do you think that stops me? If you practice enough, you become decent. Don't look like the musical type? I used to play the violin right until I was 16 or so. Can you still play? The violin's at my mom's house, so I don't have with me. But I guess I could. It's one of those things you don't forget easily. One day I just felt like stopping. No deep reason behind it. Just like me in cooking. Then almost burning my place up. When's Stella coming? Now you mention it, she's a bit late. Let me call her. You do that, I'm gonna take my break. Tell Jill if you need anything else. Cooking's not that hard. Like, you should learn how to cook. As an adult, it is important to learn how to cook basic things so you can eat food. Like, come on. It's not that hard. Cool. I guess we can have a different channel than Ryder. I've been having Ryder on too much lately. My apologies. I'm back. Looks like you calmed down. I still feel like kicking myself, make no mistake, but I guess I cooled down a bit. Say helped a lot with that one though. I just can't stay mad when I see her. Hey, where is she? Went outside to look for that Stella girl or something. The way you are right now, it feels like I should be protecting you. Hey, the only thing hindering me is the broken arm. I've gone into burning buildings with a 2-centimeter deep cut. Yeah, I remember that one. 1 millimeter more and you would have lost the motor function in your arm. Hello, Jill. What's this about protecting who? Yeah, I'm sort of like Stella's unofficial bodyguard, but I'm not really fit for such duties right now. My father insists I go everywhere with protection, so most of the time I only ask Say if she feels like going out. She's trained to deal with the kind of things that bodyguards deal with anyway. And she's more fun to hang around with, too. So I'm assuming that gorilla outside is a bodyguard? That's Buster. Pretty cool guy. He played football professionally until he lost his leg in a demolition derby. Buster? You sure you didn't lose a hand? We offered him an implant surgery for all the years of service, but he rejects it every time. They got used to the replacement he's using, so maybe it's for the best. It's a thick oak branch on a metal bowl tied to his stump. And yet he can still run faster than me with it. True. Do you want something? I'm fine right now. A Brantini, a big one. I'm in a good mood. Sometimes you're in a good mood and you just need a big Brantini. Sometimes you're in a real bad mood and you need a big Brantini. Sometimes you just always need a Brantini. I don't know where I'm going with this. Drink it up. I still don't get why the finest and most expensive things come in small packages. Ever try to go to a restaurant and look for them to serve you a really small portion of some fine food? Sometimes you just want to stuff yourself with really cheap food. I think, well, usually expensive things are like rich flavors and like dense things or something like that. So if you eat like too much of it, it's not great. But also, they could just be having small portions for expensive things to make more money. You might as well call the place and tell them to prepare everything in advance. Damn, she's gonna go to town with that food. Hey, how did you two meet? Stella showed up in the park I used to play at when I was a kid. We played a couple of times. She started showing up more and more, and that was it. Ahem. My father told me that when I was 5, I kept insisting on going to a real kids' park. We drove for some time, and the park I liked was the one Say happened to be at. You ever seen a girl in a dress go to a muddy park? She learned her lesson and started showing up with more fitting clothes. But man, that's a scene I can't forget. You guys have known each other for a long time. I've known her for long. I've known my own father. You two just look so comfortable with each other. Any other person could have sworn you were an item. An item? What kind of item? A couple, Say. Oh, yeah, I get it now. It's funny because we actually earned a mock prize of sorts for best couple at Stella's high school. 3 years in a row. So you two didn't go to the same high school? Nope. Oh. Don't you have any childhood friends, Jill? Childhood friends? Can't think of any. My grandpa, I guess. What kind of man was he? Gruff, the kind eat raw Bronson roots every morning. Urgh. Eat them raw roots every morning. Just chomping into them. I raised some barking orders to my dad, only turn around and play with me gently. It's interesting though, he was my mom's dad. But after my mom and dad separated, he stayed with my dad. He's the one that comes to mind when I think about childhood friends. I don't think it's that uncommon for things like that to happen. You know, marriage brings families together, and after a long enough time, they still feel attached even if someone gets divorced. What's this Bloom Light? A spicy drink. It tastes nice the first time, but it gets samey after a while. It's also brown for some reason. Brown ass drink? Let's go. All right, they want some 2 Bloom Lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the rocks and aged. I don't think there's too many that are... Actually, yeah, there's not a lot that are both aged and iced, right? Not too many that are both. I don't know, I kind of like it. Yeah, but after the third one, it starts tasting like sand. Spicy sand, but sand nonetheless. I'm trying to think of what drinks are like this, where they're nice the first couple times, and then you're like, you know what? I never want to have it again. I've had my fill. Oh, I know. It's not a drink. It's the fucking like Reese's Puff cereal, or like the Oreo O's. You're just like, man, you know what I could go for? Oreos, but a cereal. That sounds so great. You eat that first bowl, and it's just like, wow, this is delicious. And then by the second bowl, you're just like, oh god, can't fucking deal with this stupid shitty cereal I bought. Then like 2 years pass and you're like, oh man, Oreos. Why didn't I get these? I thought I liked them. The process repeats all over again. Tell me about everything that happened in there. To be honest, I don't think I would have made it in her place. I guess I should be thankful for the nanomachine treatment she went through as a white knight. Trauma suppressors basically helps with the healing process of PTSD. It's mandatory for every white knight, regardless of division. Still, healing can only do so much. For 3 days, that bank was hell, and poor Say is still paying for it. This banning of the white knights and subsequent persecution of those who were identified as former members. It's unfair, you know? Among all the people using the white knights to further their own goals, Say was one of the few that actually believed in what they were supposed to do. It paid off, though. The doctor who treated her wounds was the same one she's always assisted with accidents and emergencies. He treated her at no cost whatsoever. Good karma and all that. She's earned the god's favor, I think. But you know, all that made me realize I might be a bad person. Still, why are you a bad person? When I saw Say wounded asking for help, a part of me was happy. After all this time needing her, she finally needed me. Oh, I understand that feeling. Yeah, the feeling of finally feeling useful. I totally understand that feeling. When there's someone who's just always helping you out all the time, making you feel better, doing so much for you, and like, they never seem to be in a situation where they need your help, and you feel bad almost, when the reality is that they just haven't had a situation where they needed to lean on you in that way, but they like supporting and helping you, and it means a lot to them, and they want to, it makes them happy to do it. But the time just hasn't come yet where they truly needed to lean on you, or you've been helping them all this time, just in a different way than what you would expect. Like, you don't realize how much you're doing for your friend when you feel like you're not doing much at all. But the truth is that they appreciate your company and the emotional support you give, just in a perhaps not blunt way you might not realize that you're doing. So can I get you anything else? I should be leaving, actually. Come Say, let's get hamburgers and go home. And I kind of want some hamburgers. God damn. Feeling better? I just don't reek of rage, but I still feel like a piece of shit. Little steps, I guess. Hello? Kim, welcome. Remember Kim? I was afraid I'd mix up the directions and end up in someone's house or something. What can I get you? I'll have a sunshine cloud, please. You know, that reminds me, I was watching a podcast, you know, like a video of a podcast, but it was like the Always Sunny podcast. I listened to that and they had Danny DeVito on, and I don't know how accurate this is. It seems like this like is true, but he was saying like he was a little late and he apparently got lost with the directions and ended up at some random person's house, and they were like, what the hell, Danny DeVito's here? And he's like, and Danny DeVito's like, am I getting pranked? Are these guys punking me right now? He couldn't tell if like they just purposely sent him to some house. But it was just an accident. He just ended up at like the wrong place before getting to the actual studio. But I'm just thinking, can you imagine like you hear a knock at the door, you're not expecting him, and you're like, who the hell's at the door? And then there's fucking Danny DeVito there. I don't know why, but it's really funny, the concept of it being him. Compared to like other celebrities. I don't know. Kim quit? Went to the office of that chauvinistic horse blower and I told him I quit. Why'd you do that? Wait, but I thought he quit. I wonder if the whole saving and reloading thing messes up that whole sequence. My supervisor yelled at me for being late. I got the mandatory bullying. At some point, I just kind of snapped and said I didn't have to put up with that, so I quit. Or she might have quit back before he quit. The timeline can make sense. I'm just curious because we didn't see the aftermath of Donovan quitting, since if you save and reload after it happens, you end up not seeing it for some reason. You have any second thoughts? Regret anything? I guess you always have second thoughts. Even if you do what you want, you'll still think, what if? And it's true. Getting physically sick there. I dread the arrival of every morning. I almost even... What I'm saying is I don't know what I'll do, but it's certainly better than being there. Yeah, there are some places you can work where it just makes you feel ill to be there. And it's unfortunate. I can go to another outlet. What about your family? They weren't happy, that's for sure. My dad took it better, but my mom freaked out, to put it mildly. What are you gonna do and all that? I'm not here about that. Give me a big drink, please. What kind? I don't know, bubbly or something. Something big and bubbly. Big fringe weaver. That's bubbly. It's also a lot of fucking alcohol. What the fuck? I forgot that a big fringe weaver is like the highest alcohol content drink. Well, I guess she's getting drunk. If detergent commercials are to be believed, this will clean up my insides. It'll also kill things inside you. No deep reason. That's why I did what I got out of high school. Taking a year off was out of the question, so I went for the first thing I thought about, but I couldn't get into the robotics course, so I settled for journalism. Got tired of the job midway through it, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. You know, when it comes to people, like parents yelling at you because you quit a job or something, like, the thing with Kim here is that if she kept at that job, she would have burned out even harder. And then what would she do? Like, it was making her physically ill. And it's like, you can't just... I guess the idea is, like, why don't you find a new job while this one's, like... before you quit this one. And that is the smart way to do it, to try to line things up ahead of time. But sometimes, like, things happen and you have to get out of there because it's just dangerous for you. At some point, I just felt like my life slipped through my fingers. Suddenly, all I wanted was freedom, a little pause, to stop and take a breather. My life went to hell for that fucking breather. Give me something. Yeah, Jill, you kind of just, she needed to have a breather. Now you're describing how your breather went on for too long and turned to tragedy. Might not have been the best thing to happen just there. She just wants anything here, and apparently we can just give her the rum. And, rack up the cost. Here, have some rum. Some real-ass rum. I feel like I got something I shouldn't have. Don't fret about it. I'm just in a rough spot right now. What are you gonna do now? Feel liberated. Like I can do whatever I want. Study whatever I like. Work wherever I want. No, it's not that way and it won't be easy, but I feel a lot more confident when I was out of high school. Don't get why they put young people who barely know how society works through that one. Wish you the best of luck. Well, because society just wants to churn you out into the workforce as quickly as possible, you know, so. Wouldn't dare leave something alone when it comes to that sort of thing. Bye, Jill. Please, come again. Take some of that advice for yourself. Yeah. Call it a day for now. You need some rest. Honey. Dorothy. Sorry, we're just closing. I know. I came for you. For me? Why are you hugging me? I paid her to do that. All night long. So this is when it happens. That makes sense. To put it simply, Dorothy will go home with you and she won't leave your side. What do you hope to accomplish with that? Well, at first it was to calm that rage you had earlier. It was either hugs or a cold bucket. I don't promise there'll be any water in it. You calmed down a bit, but honestly, I know better than to leave you alone for another night. At the very least, all the cuddling will give you an epiphany or something. That's some alien reasoning right there. It's not. You need hugs. Many. You need some humanoid contact right now. You had your alone time. Now we're playing by my rules. Please take care of me. I think it's funny. They hired Dorothy for hug services. But I mean, it is nice. 0 mistakes. Flawless service. Treat yourself. Hey, here's a little extra. Buy something nice for you and Dorothy. Here you go. Have a little nice thing. You know, dealing with loss and having someone be a professional comforter who also wants to do it, not a bad situation, all things considered. You know, it's understandable to me. I can think of some times in my life I could have used a professional comforter. With like nothing sexual, but just hugs and comfort and whatnot. It's funny. It makes sense though, doesn't it? Anyway, that's it for day number 10, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.